man is never gonna be able to birth no child.
Okay, I'm sure they know that.
But science is trying to make it happen. They're trying to push that.
Or television or just the teacher at school. You still need to be doing your job as a parent.
Yeah.
Period. At the end of, I don't care what nobody says.
As simple as like if I were, let's say you calling me something that I don't want you to call me. Like even when you teach, even when you're teaching your kids, right? And they calling somebody a bad name, and you're like, don't call, like the person's like, don't call me that, right? What's your kid gonna be? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna call you that. It's just out of simple respect.
Ludacris is.
They all be doing that.
That's
Slobbering.
But now everybody
Now everybody knows.
no.
Say everything in moderation, but don't do it in moderation. The lies of a gluttonous generation. 10-year-old girls walking around with their cheeks out. I'm uncomfortable. These designers turning our girls out. Wrongs become right and rights become weird. Satan is shit. How in the hell did we get here? Bush birthed Obama gave us Trump. I ain't afraid of him. All I'm saying, something's coming. It's a plan.
But we're all brainwashed to a certain degree. Does that make sense?
like, what do you mean? Like,
I feel like everything.
Okay, I'll give you a. I used to give a bad example, but I ain't gonna give that because I'll get bashed for it. But a good example is like how many of you all would eat dog? Why you look at me crazy? It's a real question.
Why would I sit up and eat some dog?
Exactly. What's wrong with eating dog?
People can say that about you.
I
People can say that about me. People can say that about fish. People can
Listen.
say that about.
But
Did you say there's nothing wrong with eating
I
dog?
was not-
Well, people can say that about everything though.
Is that what I heard? That's literally man's best friend. That is a pet that we have in the house.
And you know what? The reason that you say that is because you've been brainwashed to it. But let's be going to China. You be.
But that's different. That's what you're raised in. That's
You have a Chihuahua.
That's the
So
whole.
there's
That's
a
what you're talking
different-
about, like the brainwash, because every single
Culture
country
is
or
different.
Culture,
Yeah.
right?
And that's why you won't catch me in China.
I don't know if
But
it's a
if you was-
brainwash thing or something that you were like a culture thing, like you raised up in.
We're brainwashed by.
Even the culture is still a type of
It's a
brainwash.
type of
Because
brainwash.
it's changing
Is it a
your-
brainwash or a foundation?
It's both. It's like you were born and raised to have certain beliefs. Like I did discuss in another episode that, and this is where problems can happen. But there's places like in America, if you do under 18, then you're in trouble, right?
Mhm.
And then there's
Yeah,
people that
places
say
like Africa where they get married at.
Yeah,
Huh?
16. That's what I was
exactly. So if you were born in Africa, you're 16 and you.
JB,
No, I was speaking.
shut up. I
You're
promise
all
me and
about
JB are actually friends in real life. He just be so rude.
So there will be someone like 16 in Africa. I ain't gonna do it. There's someone in Africa getting 16 and married to a 40-something-year-old man, right? And I look at it.
That's called Native American culture too.
Yeah.
Right. Well, not in America, I'm assuming. Can they do that on the tribes? On the
Tribal?
Probably.
Yeah.
tribal land?
Yeah.
You can.
I don't know now, but
It's a whole
definitely
different-
it's a
Better not
whole
walk
different
off that
rules,
reservation and kiss your
jurisdiction.
Well, yeah. They
better
have their
not
own
do
jurisdiction,
it.
so they can dictate anything. Yeah.
Own type of
they
tribal
can't.
police versus regular sheriff.
Nah, you get in trouble. You can still get in trouble with the United States law. I don't know how the ins and outs work.
Yeah,
I don't know
I know.
specifically, but I know that they do have different
Like bearing children
They
and
have
after you
different-
first bleed, boom, you good.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to what you believe in. Like, what do you believe in? I just want to know. Because you brought it up.
Me, as far as what part?
The whole, like, the 18 and the...
What do I think of it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm American, so
Well, yeah,
I
you
think
have
that
the
it's not cool. I really, and like a lot of people, I feel like if there's a certain gap, like I don't really feel like a 30-year-old should be dating an 18-year-old or anything
Yeah,
like that.
that's strange,
Yeah, but we think it's strange because we're in America.
I think, because we've gone accustomed to the Western traditions and they put these stigmas on you and make you say this is right and this is wrong.
Yeah, that's what
and
he's
this is
talking about,
good and
the
this is
brainwash.
bad. I feel it, but at the same time, it's like, well, people might not think that it's bad at all. It's completely normal to them. So
Yeah.
it just depends on your viewpoint, I
But
guess.
that change has been so new. Like, think about, and I believe I'm right. You can check my record or check the records, whatever. But I believe like Elvis had an underage wife,
Yeah,
or
I was
girlfriend, or something
14.
like that. Everybody was doing it.
Yeah.
And now people are digging in your past, like, hey, I would say it, like Keith Sweat. I know you're young, but you're ready.
R. Kelly was dating, what's her name? She was underage.
Aaliyah?
Yep, the
He
girl
was-
from
all his
Pussycat
life
Dolls
was-
was dating Justin Timberlake, like, and he
Are
was
you
trying
serious?
to, yeah. They like,
Bring up the dirt.
they don't think to
she had her Cat Williams time. Go ahead.
That's
Speaking
speaking of
We
Cat.
not bring this up again.
Yeah, we got it, man. Come on, man. Everybody talk about. We gonna talk.
I don't know the Cat
And we
Williams.
all
I
gonna
didn't
get
see it yet.
But the Cat Williams thing, that's something else that I was thinking about how we're influenced. Like now that he said that Ludacris is,
They all be doing that.
That's
Slobbering.
but now everybody like,
Now everybody knows.
no, it's like why there's no proof that he's something little, but we're all saying it because Cat Williams said it.
Oh.
So it's like nowadays, like this may be a good or bad example, but they're saying all this about it. Nobody has pictures of him.
I'm so
There is.
tired of
They
it.
just can't pull it. But they've been doing this though.
That's but we don't know who is. But it doesn't matter because once it's you remember the thing like if I told you secret and then you get it there.
It all gets misconstrued.
I said I like baked goods, and then by the time she says you grew up in the hood. So-
do you
But the
know,
difference
like,
with social media is it's direct. It's more
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
I can tell you like something happens like for example with the whole Diddy situation. She's able to be like this is what happened. Da, da, da. She don't gotta go through a middleman to go to another middleman to go to another middleman and then display the information as you would back in the day when you didn't have social media like that.
That the lies be the
How you know
lies.
it's lies? You want it to be lies so bad. What is it?
It's lies. It's
Yeah,
lies.
How you know that?
Right.
Why are you defending the man? There's no proof that he did it. There's no proof that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
There's so.
There is a
I didn't say I didn't get to say what I was gonna say.
A long time ago, there was talking about the underground world of the industry.
Huh?
And the girl on there, she was like, you'll see a lot of people who come out with like the one-hit wonders or they're only in this and that's because they didn't choose to go to that path. And it's a choice. Like this stuff has been been out there for years, but now we're in an age of an awakening. Now stuff they don't care about it. They're not sugarcoat nothing. They might put it out there. You can believe what you want because that's what social media. Either you're gonna take this news and run with it or you're not. And this has been, it's been in the papers for years, but now people are getting more in touch with Illuminati
more
and
seriously.
now they're really, now you've read a few things so it makes you question it. But Cat Williams been said this when he said about the Professor Okafor and the guys he used. Like he'd been saying it, they make you guys think that he was crazy. So now he's back and he sees that his fan base didn't lose nowhere. He's like, let me just throw it out here because now they can.
But I'm saying this: is there any proof that you have seen except other people talking? And there's things that Cat Williams wasn't honest about, 100%. So, like, is there any evidence besides Cat Williams saying that Ludacris sucks little?
You look at his fan base. Look at
Look at his
he made his
fan
money.
base.
All the money, everything he said he did this, he chose that, and now look at they done came out with how many Fast and Furious and shit.
Right, if you ask me everything he said,
Everything he did,
So him getting the contract and cutting his beard leads up to him.
because why else would he have been raising beards this whole time, and all of a sudden
But
he come out
everything
with
that
this
he
new
said
look?
lined up. And then on top of that, we're all grown. So whoever watched that interview, take that information as you will. Like just because he's saying it doesn't mean it's true. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion.
Yeah.
Like we're not all gonna agree. Okay.
But it's
yeah,
ruining
boy.
people's lives, though.
Why would it
Like,
not?
seriously.
No, Ludacris is still balling. He woke up today eating breakfast. I'm
Even,
drinking apple
I was-
juice. Like he is fine.
I was watching David Chappelle and Earthquake on these titles, on these this topic, and it's like this can like just say these things, and you know it can ruin people's lives. There's how many college athletes. This is a bad example again,
It's horrible.
but
Please don't bring
check
it.
this out. What? Okay, R. Kelly would not be in jail, and this is a bad example. I acknowledge it, but R. Kelly would not be in jail if it wasn't for Surviving R. Kelly movie or whatever. We agree on that?
Okay, taking accountability for past deeds. Like what? You never brought that up this whole time. Taking accountability, like.
Well, let me give you a better example. And maybe someone, you guys know, Rock might know, I don't know, someone knows. But what about these college football players that just a simple accusation, it goes viral, and then they lose their scholarships and all that? There's so many, and how about the innocent people in jail? It's like just these words. So if you take these little minor words and then you amplify it throughout the social media and everybody keeps repeating it, like, I'm not picking on you, but yeah, Luda's sucking dick. Like, there's no evidence.
But
Now
I'm saying
it's
that's
just
why you
gay.
gotta do your
I
work
mean,
though.
like, yeah,
So
what
just
do you
because
do?
these people are making these accusations, I got my lawyer on standby. I got these people over here. You guys need to get out here and do what you're being paid to do and go fill out how to, what do you call
You
it?
got all that money, make it work.
What they're saying. Because there's always the truth and then there's always the lie.
And then on top of that, the way I was
But at
raised,
after the problem is, I'm sorry, please.
They've ruined their credibility.
Yeah, after it's said, it doesn't matter what the truth is. It's like you're damaged. Like let Luda come out with the next album, and he might have some problems. They're like, I ain't listening to that game.
That's so dramatic. At the end of the day, everybody, people are talking about you. Everybody in this room is being talked about right now.
Yeah.
Somebody is.
So you guys have no problem with the lies then? That's what you're saying?
No, because my mom didn't raise me.
Everybody's gonna talk. Not everybody's gonna have a good opinion of you. That is fine.
Well, since before that, Pax, I want to
You ain't got ears, you're not
I want to talk about some of Cameron's lies.
What are the lies?
Okay, now
Hey,
you
you know,
wanna bring that
Are you a fan?
Alright, go ahead.
I am a fan. Like he's dope. He's
JB,
dope.
I question your standpoint in a lot of bitches, I swear.
Okay, I love that. So he lied about reading 3,000 books in a year.
How do you know
Well,
that's
he
a
went
lie?
and cleared that up, no?
Maybe he was just joking. Did he? I don't
Right.
know about that.
Regardless, he lied about
Is
that.
that really that serious though?
Nothing's that serious. Like if
3,000 books,
how
okay.
serious is it if
Maybe it was a
Come on,
miscount.
fact checking.
Right? Maybe it was a miscount.
if someone likes gay men, how serious is that?
It's not that serious.
serious.
Take it, you like it.
But it's still
It depends on how serious you decide to take it. But I'm not.
It's 2024. I don't think it's that
But
serious.
it shouldn't be, but it is. Like,
To you.
ooh, I shouldn't say this either. No, I ain't gonna say that. There's so many things I shouldn't say. I got a business. I need to survive. I need to keep my money.
You gotta pay bills.
See how you're making
Okay, I've grown, and the show is all about the truth. He's like, come on, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Okay, so forgive me.
Don't forgive him. Hang him for this.
I will get. Like they're gonna pull this up 10 years from now, and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
for it.
It's gonna be
But
me.
what's his name? That singer. Oh my gosh.
You can sing a song. I'm saying.
Because this was me and my girl's song.
And you don't know it.
Oh my gosh.
Are you talking about Usher?
No, it's before. It's not before Usher. But what did dude sing?
Chris Brown.
No, the gay guy. The gay that everybody.
What's a gay guy that sings?
Ricky Martin?
Lil Nas?
Huh? No, hell. I mean.
No, hell no.
Hell to the no. I can't believe, but I will talk about him. Like I did love his song, and everybody was singing it. I'm going to ride my horse to the old town road. No,
He didn't.
that was filthy.
And then he came out like, hey, I'm getting.
And
Now you don't
honestly,
like him no more.
Like, I'm just not giving him a chance. Like,
Why?
Yeah, why is that?
What's going
why?
on?
Yeah. Yeah, what
Just
is
like because I don't
Are you
want.
homophobic?
No,
That was
would mean
gonna be my
that would
question.
mean that would mean that I'm afraid of the gay people. I'm not
Not
afraid.
afraid.
No, I'm afraid. There's
I
prejudice.
This was I just don't want to see it. I like if like I feel like we've been like there's so much
It's just
like
put it on
it's
you.
something like there'll be no reason for there to be a gay scene and they
They'll
just
add
gonna
one in there.
but dudes now I'm all for like gay women and kissing on the screen and stuff like that.
Why? What
Because
the hell? It's both still.
I get
It's
like
still the
but it's
same.
still-
for like it's, for me I'm like I don't understand why women like men like.
I really don't
understand why
either.
If I were you,
It's so sad.
if I were you, I'd be
It's so sad.
lesbian. I think that,
It's so
like,
sad.
I think every lesbian should get a stimulus check.
Okay, wait. If it's just if every woman is lesbian, then what are y'all doing?
Probably gonna read
Huh?
What are y'all doing? If we all lesbian,
I'm
what
saying
y'all
like
doing?
relate. I'm
Then
saying
you have
like
to just
relate.
be-
Like a woman is. Woo.
I know.
Anyways, like I said, I watched that. Pump that. Yeah. It's like
You need to learn the lyrics to that.
women are beautiful, right?
He was learning the lyrics to Water. He said,
You guys sure are. It's a blessing. You guys, your beauty cannot be surpassed, and I don't get how you guys like
All different
a square chin
Because we're not gonna want to be attracted to the same thing. I mean,
and no
I
butt. Like how you like something with no butt?
It's unfortunate.
Or do you
men
like
have
butts?
butts. Some
They
men
have
have
But
butts.
they like a woman's
Some
butt.
men have nice butts.
Some of them, they don't have to be like a woman's butt. I don't
You
want to
don't
like.
gotta
I don't
be-
want to like it if it's like mine.
You don't gotta be as thick as me, but
Yeah,
you know,
but
we
you know,
can.
You know what the world is coming to? What y'all saying that?
What?
Next
But
thing,
it's
so we
nice.
started off with one earring. Now we got two earrings, and now they start wearing nail polish.
And that's
before you know it,
my
hold on,
big.
before you know it, they're about to get men are starting to get butt implants. Are you with it?
No,
JB,
I'm not with it.
No, but why do you say
I like
because
butts.
we like it? Like
Who
we're
said we like
right?
butts?
Who said
What does
that
that mean?
I think some men are already
It's
out
the
there.
beginning
When was that a trend?
Hold on,
Is
slow-
it
so
really a
what?
trend?
What?
Implants, negative implants.
It's gonna
That's a
happen.
thing now.
He just
We only got
talking
implant
about the fact that women
muscles.
said that they want.
Yeah, I bet you that
That's wild.
male butt implants. is
Who's
coming.
we?
That's why.
Man, you see this body?
JB,
You thought I could get this
they got the
tattoo?
thing on the all gay
got the muscle
Your
implants.
homies?
My homies. We got the muscle implants. I got the muscle
Enhancers.
I know you got money like that.
That's why I look so buff. So we didn't. Go ahead. What's up?
I said you guys can always improve yourself, but I don't think that men
Should we
are
not?
gonna. No, it's up to you. If I go get my ass done, it's because I sat there and I looked at myself. So you know what, Tookie? Give me a little plump. It's a decision I'm gonna make for myself, not because Johnny and Jake and Jill told me to go get my ass done.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I don't give a damn what
You
you
know
do.
why you do it?
I won't
Because
do it.
Nikki and all
No,
of
those are not my idols.
give it to
I'm
me.
following these people.
Let's go. We didn't get your. Sorry, we all made a detour. We didn't get your idea or your thoughts on social media. What do you think of it?
What was the question again?
How do you think
Your thoughts
social
on
media
social
affects you?
media?
Do you think it's positive or negative, or do you use social media often, or?
I feel like social media is positive for me. Everybody's their own person. We're all grown.
But tell us about your model pics though.
Right, that's what I was going to get.
Right.
That's what I was going to get into. Okay, so I am a hairstylist, like I said in the beginning, and I like to stir up the pot a little bit. I'm 22, and I feel like the hair business, I want girls to feel cute. I want girls to feel beautiful, and I wanted to sponsor that in a different way. I wanted the world to see it in a different way, especially Seattle, because we haven't done nothing like this before. So I started doing photo shoots. My first photo shoot was all about the Benjamin photo shoot. It was dedicated to that movie. It was lit, okay? All the girls was in bikinis, titties was out, ass was out. The braids was fire, the whole look was fire. We was on the boat, we was on the water, it ate down. But the comments that I was getting once I posted the pictures was like, what are we promoting? Ass or braids? And I was like, you guys are haters. You guys are haters for real. You hear me though? Because it's just like, summertime.
You go
What
to
did you guys want?
Japan.
What did you guys want to see? It's
Right, they didn't
like,
expect
what's
what
happening?
we did.
So when I got those comments, I was like, let's stir up the pot some more. So I did a Christmas photo shoot recently, and it ate down, did numbers. But this one, we did it in lingerie, and it really did stir the pot. Like when I tell you everybody was mad, and I loved it. Like I loved it. I love the love that I got. I love the hate that I got. You wanna know why? Because I got it. People were looking. My name was out there, and I want Seattle to know my name. So I'm having another photo shoot. Nobody else knows about this,
What is
so
Oh,
it's on the 9th. I'm having it February 9th. But the pictures will not come out until Valentine's Day. I'm having a Valentine's photo shoot, and I don't know if you guys will be seeing lingerie or not.
What's the hair that you'll be like advertising, or what's the styles?
I feel like the styles are definitely going to be Valentine's things. You're going to see hearts, we're going to see a lot of pink, a lot of color, a lot of red. We're going to see length, we're going to see short, you're going to see a lot. You know, you're going to see a lot. But I'm also collaborating with a makeup artist. I want to keep her on the low until the shoot comes out because she doesn't have a big platform right now. She doesn't have a lot of clientele, and I really want her to get out there. So I want this shoot to get her name out there. And I'm also collaborating with a caterer because this shoot, the girls be hungry. You know, like the last shoot I had my cousin in the kitchen making chicken, and that was all they got. But this shoot, I'm prepared. I have a whole menu set up, and the girls gonna eat real good. And I want to get her name out there because there's a lot of caterers out here that are not known. And it's okay, you know, we're gonna get them out there. I want to start collaborating with a lot of unknown businesses. Like, if you have a clothing line, hit me up. I'm gonna have some more photo shoots coming soon.
That's the thing. So I feel like that's the beautiful thing about it. Like, I hate it and I love social media because now, like, I can connect with thousands of people just by clicking a button.
Right.
But I miss like passing out cards and flyers and
The personal
doing
interaction.
yeah. Like that's how I was built. That's how I was raised. That's how I did it. But I got it both times. I still do both and everything. But so your thoughts on social media?
okay. Well, I do feel like, you know, algorithm, like I said, plays a big role. Me, I do pick and choose, you know, so it really has to do with what you like and what you pick and choose to click on.
You gotta talk louder, sister girl.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you kinda cute and quiet.
Right, I means you have to come a little closer. Yeah, I do believe that you have to pick and choose. You know, you have that ability to do so. That's why algorithm plays a big role. That's all.
I think it could be either way, positive or negative. That's not negative.
Just the water?
They're putting that shit in the water. You gotta read the shit.
Oh, you conspiracies.
I was gonna say, I didn't know all of
The
this.
Illuminati did it.
I'm not. It's not a
The Illuminati
conspiracy. I
born
swear to God.
More on
So what?
Right. say, I was elaborate.
I was listening to this, I don't know if it was a podcast, one of these doctors or something, that she was saying that she didn't agree on a study that they did. They gave these frogs, I don't know what the poison is or whatever it is, and it changed their DNA and made their testosterone level decrease, and they started developing womanly traits. So now they said, well, we're gonna add this whatever in the water, and it's going through all your water sources. And some people agreed, some people didn't. They're like, well, over a certain period of time, people's genetics mutated, and you guys think it's okay. So I think that plays a part, and because you guys are drinking all these things, you don't know what you're putting in your body, and it just slowly.
You really don't believe that it's nothing to do with what society is
It
telling us?
does. It absolutely does. But I'm saying it starts just by and all of these things are playing an effect to it. It's like it's all part of that's the plan. You know, they got kids watching these basketball players. You know, I love this nigga right here. He done got drafted. He made it. As soon as he get drafted, he got these tight ass shorts on. He's sitting there dressed like a female with his legs crossed and fingernails painted. Like, what the fuck? My son's not growing up and idolizing none of this because
So you
it's
think
like
that
they want that to make it seem like it's okay, and it's not okay. That's the agenda that they're pushing, especially on the youth. And it sucks. It sucks.
So when did it start? When did it start with social media and not in home, at house with parents?
So
you know?
That part.
I can tell you that this is what happened. All right. So everybody knows feminism, the right to I always say this, but who really wants to have to go to work?
Nobody.
Women
It's
find.
not that they want to go to work, it's they want the ability to choose that they want to go to work.
But now you'll have to go to work. There ain't no choice. There's choices, but there's very
choice.
choices. Yeah, you can live on the street, but if you ain't trying to live on the street.
No, you can still
With that
there's
mindset, you
traditional.
just might.
Yeah, if you don't come on, you gotta
What you gotta do now? How in the world would you survive if you don't work?
There's always men's out here.
There ain't that many. It's the whole
There's
thing.
no
is
more, but some
check this
will.
out. So in order to survive these days, you wouldn't believe how many people I know that are paying over $3,000 for an apartment. But I digress. So the point is in order to live these days, you pretty much have to have two people to live and pay, two people working.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, child care takes up
You're paying.
I don't even have to say it because you already
Yeah.
whistled it out.
Yeah.
So it takes a two-person household. So when you don't have two, like it used to be traditionally, that you had a man going out and getting the money, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you also have, I'm jumping around, but you also have the understanding that there's supply and demand. So the supply and demand says that if a person only has this amount of money, I can only charge this much.
Yeah.
But now that there's two people working in the house, now I don't have to just keep the price down. I can charge this much because the household has that much. Back to what I'm saying.
Okay.
So when you have these two people out working, there's nobody to take care of the child in the home. So what are they getting raised by? We got these kids at 1 year old, they're knowing how to flip through these phones. I promise you, I try to keep my daughter, I'll be like, sit down, watching ABC, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Okay, Dad. And the next thing I know, I hear is SpongeBob.
Yeah.
She's flipping through, searching and stuff. I mean, she is older, but these 1, 2 years olds know how to do that. But that's what they're getting raised by.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the time too. I believe that we're all born in a time and the environment that you have to survive in. Like back in the day, my parents were born and they survived the environment they were put in. When I was born, we survived the 90s. That's the era I was put in. I feel like these kids in this generation, that they have to know how to adapt because this is what they're going to be living in. So I believe that they just come out ready to survive the world that they have to deal with at hand. Whether we try to take it from them or not, they're already going because they have to keep up with the times that they're in. We're not busting out babies like we was in 60s and we're tech. No, you have to come out equipped to handle what you're about to endure. I feel like it all depends. They just have to survive. That's the tech. They're gonna have to know how to do it. You don't want them to be behind.
I want to hear somebody disagrees because I
definitely disagree. Because when I was growing up, my mom said I need to go outside, okay, and I need to stay outside until the street lights come on. And if I do come in and out her house, if I come inside, I'm staying inside, and that's how it was. And it can still be like that. You guys are handing your kids tablets and phones. No, I didn't have none of that until I was in high school. Damn, my freshman year, I
saying
for
that.
real.
I'm saying that you're saying she just know, they just come in automatically knowing, whether you teach them it or not, their brains are already there, they're gonna do it.
That's
Because I was outside, my kids don't do none of that, they ride
I feel like it's like that because we rely too much on Gracie's Corner and like you start off with putting your kid in front of a TV and let somebody else teach them. You guys are not a parent. You need to sit down and teach your kids.
That's my point though. It's not even possible. I mean, like in reality, it's not really possible to do that. It's like those days are gone.
Those days are gone.
I don't know because my parents was
Do you
still
have
working.
kids?
No, I don't have any kids. But I feel like at the end of the day, the job should not stop you from being a parent. You laid down, had sex, did what you needed to do, then you need to still be a parent.
Yeah.
You should not be putting that on social media or TV or television or just the teacher at school. You still need to be doing your job as a parent.
Yeah.
Period. At the end of, I don't care what nobody says. That's what I grew up on. My mom worked a 9 to 5. My dad worked a 9 to 5 and was still a parent. And they weren't even in the same house. They were co-parents and did what they needed to do, period. You guys just need to learn. You guys rely on social media. That's the problem. You guys rely on social media.
Yeah, when your
and
kid crying, you
television
handed the
to
tablet,
raise
go
your
ahead and
kid.
become quiet.
Yeah, when you want time to yourself, that's what you do. And that's the
And
problem.
that's okay.
Because then they get
Well,
to
yeah,
scroll
but
on their
you
own
can
and find shit that they're not supposed to be seeing. And then that's the problem when people saying, oh, sexy raising my kid. No, she's not.
Yeah.
Your kid is in you're handing them a tablet and now they're
Go off
scrolling
like
and finding
an
shit that they're not
hour.
supposed to be finding, that they shouldn't even have that. I didn't have
And it's given to them.
electronic until
It's
I was
given
in
to
high
them in
school.
school.
I was reading books, going to the library, going outside to play with my friends, drinking out of a water hose. Kids don't do that anymore at
Yeah.
all.
Like
They don't go
you
outside
can't-
to, there's no activities.
You
Like,
can't find a football game being played outside. But I'm saying this, like, yeah, it's easy to say, you just need to raise your kids and da 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 da. But it's like it's unavoidable. So you said 9 to 5. So in the morning, you get to you say you're doing your best. You feed your kid breakfast, be good, feed them affirmations. You're a king, you're a queen, etc., etc. Then they hit the streets. And another thing is nowadays, what do you want to do with your kids for them to be safe? You want to give them a phone, right?
Because it's not like I can't walk to the store like I did on the highway, walking, we go into the BP and stuff and come back. No, you gotta be worried about motherfuckers rolling up, snatching your kids, putting them on the van. So guess what? My daughter's got their work tracking every movement. We're
right?
doing
But that's
that.
what they have. They
But my
have
kids
Apple,
definitely
they have
go
tags for that,
outside.
right? They don't need a
And
whole phone. They have a tag for that.
Yeah, but
for
you
to
can't
see
put the
their
GPS
location
in
at
the
all
tag. You
times.
might show where you
But-
got the little
But
bracelet,
at the end of the
I
day,
need
this
to
is
know
a
where you're
real
at.
world. You cannot keep your kids sheltered from
No.
everything.
Exactly,
Like,
that's my
it's
point.
impossible to do that. You can't
That's
be
my
worried
exact
about
point.
your kid going to the corner store because they don't have a phone. Like, let them go to
I
the
am
corner
gonna be
store.
worried.
But
They
I'm-
are going to the corner store, but you better.
Please.
I'm on FaceTime while you walking because I'm not playing about what I
Then
why not just walk with them at that point?
That's too much. I was walking to school as a kid.
But you're kind of cool.
I walked to school too, and I didn't have
With
no
no-
phone.
with
But the
no
times have changed. That's what I'm
phone.
saying. Like
You
when
can't-
I grew up, my mom and them they used to trust us. You go out here, we stay out. Don't come in the
And you
house.
have Mrs. Jones all the way.
But
all
guess
around the
what?
block.
I got Dr.
They
Jill
don't
over
send
here in
them
the
by
corner
themselves.
reporting to Carol
Send
G.
them to
Yeah.
somebody else.
I done seen your son out.
It's
See,
pretty
they-
often
they're going to
kids
get
go
you
to school
themselves.
with
Come
their
on.
family members,
And they may
right?
put your hands on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
but that's the
nowadays-
village. You know,
They
you
don't
have
have
the
that.
village.
You guys
Nowadays,
are stopping kids from living, is what I'm saying.
No,
You're
my
not
kids
letting them
thrive.
live.
They live.
Like,
They live.
you
But that's the
can't,
problem.
just because of what's happening,
But-
you guys can't let what's happening in society stop the kids from
And I don't
living.
think
You have
it's
to-
They're not living the way that we were raised. They don't have the same childhood that we had, and it was fun. I don't see no bikes laying around no more, no basketballs.
sucks.
That's crazy.
But my
That's
point is,
sad. No
that's what I'm
scooters.
saying. We have to learn how to maneuver that. And yeah, you have the, like, no, you can't be on Instagram. But my point is, like you said, you can't just guard them all the time. And there lies the problem. Like, the biggest influence isn't your parents because,
That's what you
like I
said
said,
outside of your house.
once you feed them breakfast, they're off to school, right? And then they don't get to see you at 5 o'clock. And if you're working usually every day, then after 5 o'clock, it's feed them dinner and it's bedtime. Like, you don't get to do all the things. There really should be someone in the household that can, monitor you and pick up from school and et cetera, et cetera. But that assist isn't left, so we're left with a society where your kid may not have Instagram or whatever, but I bet you his friend does. And his friend
It's
is.
showing them.
Did you see the new TikTok video? Bend it over and let that coochie bang, whatever.
You were that song.
But no, I didn't let my kids have nothing, actually. I used to not have them with no phones or nothing, and I was dealing with some of you, get them this, get them that. So my kids, they're learning now. They got TikTok. It's very private. They ain't
You
doing
have
nothing.
like privacy settings or
Oh
whatever they
yeah,
have?
they
Okay.
absolutely do. Because even up down to the Roblox games, you got these fucking pedophiles over here
Right.
messaging
Heavy on the
trying to
Roblox
link up with
games.
shit. And Like now the safety that we had is just not the same safety that we can do these days. And that's because times are changing. Everything is out there. I was watching a video, I remember, I think it was with, what's her name? Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes. And my daughter was watching, she's like, wow, mommy, they were very covered up. I was like, this is covered to you?
Is that that?
But yes, I was like, wow. She's like, back in the day, like, they don't go too far back, first of all. But yes, this is what we used to watch. But now, what I say that because everything is out there. Whether you want to shelter them or whether you don't, they're gonna find a way to see it in school. But they don't use books. My kids do everything on a fucking laptop.
Right.
When they come home, put the laptop down, go get the dictionary because you're asking me how to spell something. First of all, you have a phone that you can speak it into and spell it, but you want me to tell you, go get that dictionary and the thesaurus off the shelf
I'm sorry.
because I'm not playing with you.
That's
They give them
abuse.
laptops.
Is it?
I used to hate when my dad used to say, I'd be like, how do you spell this? And he's like, if I could spell it, then I'd be able to find it in the
Go
dictionary.
find it, you don't know. But that's when you're gonna learn how to use those resources.
It's not abuse.
It's not abuse. So they be like, not because you're asking when you could have just searched it up on your phone.
different meanings of abuse.
So now you go work a little harder. So
Trying
I'm
to
not
sound
gonna
it
tell
out.
you.
Yep.
So
In the
no,
dictionary,
it's easy.
you know,
You just find
It
something.
would have been a lot easier if you would have just told me how
No,
to
it wouldn't,
spell
because you would have learned. So now you'll know how to use the
I still don't know how to
dictionary.
spell it.
Shut up.
I said, forget it. Let me.
But no, I get what you mean. I know what you mean about people using stuff, and I think it just depends on how you were raised. I wasn't raised like that. I really stick to the core foundation of how Carol Jean brought me up. And my kids, I think they're gonna be straight. I ain't worried about them. Maybe my son, I worry a little bit, but
Let me
my
ask
daughters, they good.
you. Sorry. Let me ask you guys. I'm gonna start off with you and get your thoughts on it because you've been kind of quiet. But have you
I've been over here.
Have you guys seen the
because
video?
I do believe that, you know, technology does play a big part in this. And the schools giving these kids laptops, I mean, even I got one.
Girl,
So
a tablet
we have to
even.
keep up with the times.
Right.
I mean, it's gonna be pushed on regardless.
So you have to learn how to maneuver through it.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask you
That's
this. Have you guys seen the video with a transvestite, or actually it's more than one video, transvestite men dancing in like a preschool?
train of what?
Transvestite strippers.
Dancing in a
Transgender.
Are you talking about
Transgender.
a drag show?
Yeah, the drag show.
They have the drag
You
shows
talking about a drag show?
That's not the same thing as what you're saying.
Who's that?
That's the man
Okay,
that you
that's
do
my
his
guy.
hair.
Huh?
That's not the same thing.
I never seen that.
Drag queen and
you saw it.
transgender is not the same thing.
And that's in a different country, baby.
What country was
Well,
it?
they have one in America too.
They always gotta test it out before they bring it to the US, so.
But I'm just saying, but still, it's on social media. I mean, if it's in, and it is in England, you're right, or Europe or whatever.
Okay.
But I'm like, that's coming to America where they're trying to do stuff like that. They're really having some transgender, excuse me.
It's
They're trying
drag
to trans-
queens. They're not. It's just drag queens.
Are you with it or something? Is that what you said?
No.
What
It's
is
drag queen. I'm trying to help you differentiate the two.
Are you with it?
Drag
If you gonna talk about something, at least talk about it correctly.
Why?
What is you?
She just wants you to use the right term.
I'm trying to help you not get canceled. Please. I'm trying to help you not get canceled.
So they're what?
Oh,
A drag show?
They're trans.
No, they're drag queens.
They're drag queens.
They're drag queens.
They're drag queens.
So that means that they're.
No.
No, they could just like to dress up as women and not still identify as a man.
Yeah.
So drag shows is just like
That's
just
fine,
dress like
women.
women.
Well, you're
And,
right.
yeah.
I do get this all confused because it's all confusing.
It's a lot.
Anyways.
Hold on.
I didn't know that.
Can anybody name all the
I
letters?
didn't know that.
Does anybody know all the letters? I bet you don't.
LGBTQ plus. What else is there?
I have to know it. I work in
plus is
healthcare, so.
and you don't know it.
I
'Cause
do.
You know that there's like over like 50 genders now.
Now they're adding more.
Yeah,
But-
every day. So it's LBGQ.
That's what the plus is for. That's what is a plus.
ABC took me out.
So you can't put an acronym for all of them.
Can anybody name the pluses?
No.
No. That's the whole point of there being a plus.
I'm gonna stick to the
The LBGQ.
the
Hold on, am I saying it right?
LGBTQ plus.
Okay.
It's actually IA plus. LGBTQ. I have no idea.
But it's there, huh?
Oh, there's an I.
That's it, but that's there.
Oh.
So it's LBGQIA.
LGBTQIA
You're missing the
plus.
T. The one you were just talking
I was
about.
gonna say the main one.
The main one you were just talking about. You're
They
missing
both
the
start
T.
with T's, and that's why I get
They
confused.
both start
I need to look it up in the dictionary. Don't tell me how to spell it. Sorry.
You're not gonna learn no way.
I'm not. It's
Okay.
just- I mean, I do know. I know.
Okay, what is your question? Let's get there.
Are we okay with the parents coming and see our kids?
Yeah,
No.
what do you think about it?
I'll pull. What day is it scheduled on? Because my kids won't be there.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
sorry.
it is being pushed.
Okay.
Being pushed.
It is. It's an agenda. Down
They're being
to
told to do
reading
this.
books about 2 male penguins having babies. Right, daughter? I said, what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, because we never had
a bit
that
much.
growing
It's a
up.
lot.
Or I never had that
Mhm.
growing up, so I don't understand why now and why to push that such an early age. I don't get that.
their minds
So, but I don't.
Trying to
have a
normalize it, I
problem
guess.
Yeah.
with- Okay.
They are. I mean, I'm like this. It's cool if you want to be that for the most part, but for them, like I was talking to the FSO people, they can have the flag, the colorful flag. I'm trying to be careful.
Flag.
The colorful flag in the schools, but you can't have like
We no longer give the Pledge of Allegiance because we can't take God in school. But
Right,
guys
you
can
can't
teach
have
our kids
nothing else.
about-
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
what? I didn't
They
know
don't do the
that.
Pledge of
I thought it was
Allegiance.
just
You know,
because it had a whole history.
Yeah, no, the Pledge of Allegiance is now out of school.
But I'm saying,
I mean,
but
that's
They
they're,
did stop that.
valid.
They might stop that. It's the history part. I don't
But
think it's
they're-
necessarily the God part. It's the history part.
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter.
You're
They're
still
pushing-
giving a reference, but
they're-
all the gay stuff is
They're
okay.
pushing this agenda in small kid schools, whatever. But you can't put you can't say God, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't.
But
say
prior to that, that's what they were doing with God and everything as well. So I feel like for
So they should-
majority of the, I don't understand why. Well,
So you agree with it?
no, that's
Okay.
not what I'm saying.
All right.
I'm saying like when it comes to school, everybody wants all the parents want their kid to be forced to learn a specific thing, right? So if it doesn't agree with the parents' point of view, they don't want the kids to learn it, obviously, right? So for me, it just doesn't make sense why I'm able to go as a Muslim, I'm able to go to school and learn about Christianity and everything, and I don't believe in that. My
You
parents
learn
don't.
about
Hold on,
Christianity?
yes we did in school. Yes we did.
What you mean?
Anyways,
They
hold on, JB, let me talk. I let you talk. I let you talk your BS. Let me.
my BS.
Let me
Whoa,
talk.
whoa.
Anyways, so as a Muslim, I'm able to I was able to go to school, learn about Christianity, learn about Buddhism, learn about all this other stuff, which I didn't agree with, my parents didn't agree with, but I was still able to learn that just so I have a complete understanding of the world. So I feel like for them to be learning things of that sort, or it's okay for other people, there's people who like women, there's men who like men, there's da. I feel like it's just you get understanding the world, especially that's what it is now. Like in social media, whenever you go to social media and you see all this, it's very forward, it is very in your face. So I feel like for them to be learning in schools, I don't think it's something that, oh my God, they should be learning it. It's already in social media. It's already in this, this is what society is now.
But it's,
They're
So that
prepping
should
your
be
kid for
enough.
what society is now.
it's pushed, and you're
That's
saying
what school is
how many
for.
of y'all we've heard it well, most of us learned about the Crusaders, but I don't think any of us really it sounds like you're saying learned about Christianity.
I did not know. I don't
Did
remember
you?
speaking?
Like Christianity, did you really learn about Christianity, or did you learn about people who were Christians, but not Christianity?
No, we learned about all of it.
Yeah,
I
don't
didn't. Did
remember.
you learn sit there and learn about
I had
Christianity?
to really think about
Go
that.
back.
What
In
do you
school,
mean?
no.
I mean,
Like learn about religion and stuff.
nobody broke
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Like
nobody
religion
broke
stuff.
out the Bible.
No.
No, I'm not saying the Bible
So what
necessarily.
you
I'm
saying?
talking more just the history of all of them and how it all came to be and stuff like that. Things like that.
But they're pushing it. So I'm like this. So
You view it as them pushing. I don't feel like I don't know. To me
They're
personally, I don't think they're pushing it. I feel like it's just helping the kids understand what is going on in society now. Just like what school is supposed to be for. It's supposed to prep your kids for what is to come in.
But that
But I
doesn't
don't feel
mean.
like it prepped
But that doesn't mean the learning doesn't
Girl.
happen in the home, right? So as long as your parents are teaching your core values,
Well, parents aren't doing that.
morals.
That's the problem.
Well, then that issue isn't
Let
then
the
with the
school
schools
don't-
necessarily. We come
Yeah.
back to the home, right? And
Exactly.
what your parents are doing or not doing in this case.
Yeah, it all starts in the home. I learned that these days, these teachers ain't teaching our kids shit. I asked my kids, do you guys know the planets? You know what the equator is? They looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are
but you
way
know what they do
not
know?
doing that.
They know more than I do. LBGQ.
They know that.
They know that.
My daughter's teacher, she got sent out of class. I got an email because she didn't refer to him as the right fucking pronoun.
Because that's what's going on
I
in
said,
the
well,
world
I'm sorry
now.
that your feelings were hurt because she's fucking 12
So
years old and she don't understand that. How
That's
much she
what's
called you
going
by
on.
your name and
This-
that's your name and that's okay. I'm not. You think you're gonna give my daughter after school detention because she didn't get out of my
Because she by your-
email me when her grades are falling and she's being disrespectful to you or harming another kid. Don't sit up and email me because she didn't call you the right pronoun. She said, "Mommy, I tried it. I got it." I kept getting it wrong. I said, "Let me."
So
take
this
my
is the
ass out
crazy
here."
part, and this is cancel if you want to. I don't mean that. But so I was watching. I'll put it on somebody else to make it fair. So I was talking to somebody. When you get the world to believe a lie, and that's when you know you're in trouble. So with them trying to teach these things that cannot be true in class and forcing you to believe a lie, like what are we coming to? Like, unfortunately, according to somebody else, a man cannot become a woman and vice versa.
He can never, because he can never reproduce. God made us exactly how we were supposed to be created. You guys they got all these artificial seminal babies coming in, like they're literally growing them in fucking tubes. Little robot babies, it's AI babies is what I call them.
Wild.
And we can never, a man, the science behind a woman and a man in our bodies and a baby being created, you guys can't manipulate that. I don't care how far you want to go into it. You guys will never be able. You keep trying to do it and this man is this and but it's never going to work. It's never going to work because science, I believe in science. I love it, but I still believe in the creator himself. And you guys, it works hand in hand. You can't go against the creator. And man feels like they have so much knowledge and we have access to all these things and they think that they can do that. It's a control form, it's manipulation. Like you say, the world has been set up for you to believe a lie. That's what social media is, because you believe everything that they're putting out there. They literally over push it. They put it on there so that's all you see because they want you to believe a lie. That's the world we live in right now. The lie was always going to be greater than the truth. And that's where the society is set.
Greater?
No, it's not greater. I'm always tell the truth,
Right.
but that's what they would want you to think. The kids in this generation that's upcoming, they're so captivated by what they see that they can't even decipher a lie from the truth.
Crazy. I want you to go ahead and say what you got to say.
What's the lie? Because I just feel like the love part, I mean, there should be no problem with, a boy liking a boy.
There is no
that's the truth.
problem.
That's
You
the
gonna like whoever you want to like.
Aside from like the sex
It's never
aspect,
gonna
I would be
happen.
like,
No, that's
pregnancy,
Yeah.
you can't have a baby.
A man is never gonna be able to birth no
But
child.
okay, I'm sure they know that.
But science
they're
is trying
saying
to
you
make
can't
it
be-
happen. They're trying to push that.
They're not even
It's
trying to.
not.
But the thing about it is that they're saying that a woman can be a man and vice versa. And at this moment, our technology may go to the point where we can't have
Yeah.
it. But at this present moment, a man is not a woman and a woman is not a man, regardless to.
So you're just talking about the transgender aspect.
I'm saying.
Because for the LGBTQ part, you're just talking about the transgender
I'm just
section.
saying.
That's what it seems
however
like.
you wanna
Because
phrase
you're
it.
talking about the switch of sexes.
I'm
so
saying-
that's what you're
Yeah,
referring to.
I'm saying.
I'm talking about the lesbian, the gay, that
They
part.
all can do that.
I'm saying
That's fine.
this.
You do what you want
Yeah.
to do.
I
I'm
agree
just
with
saying
the
the
whole
science behind
sex
it.
swap
Like,
situation, but
This-
I'm talking for
I'm
the
saying
majority
a man cannot be a woman. I'm saying just because I'm saying white doesn't mean I'm white. I'm saying if I were to say I'm
Pink.
Oh my gosh, I just keep on trying to get myself canceled. If I were to say I'm a broom, for example, like just because I say it doesn't make it so. If I want to force you to believe that, like you're in trouble if you don't call me a broom because I said I'm a broom. Like what does that sound like? And so it sounds ridiculous.
In trouble, it's about respect.
but we as black people don't
But
even
why
have
should
the
I-
same rights as these. Like you guys are pressing that, but we've been in this for years. But this is so much more important than equality. That's what I don't get.
So,
Like
peep this.
Well, the whole point of it is
say
equality as well.
you say it's about respect.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never done this on camera before. I'm standing up. And I'm not much taller than her still.
Jeez, literally,
So
you're not getting
say-
nowhere. You still sitting?
Ha ha ha. No hee hee. So say I demanded you call me 6 feet. And I say you're just
Where's the tape measure?
and I'm looking at you.
you don't need no test measures to find
I
out.
would say you need to test this.
Yeah, but no, I don't care what you say. I'm 6 feet. I don't need no tape measure.
Okay.
Like I can measure. Anyways, we'll go into measuring things that. But my point is,
Oh my God.
like you're like that's respect. So if I demanded that you come say I'm 6 feet tall, would that be respect? And I'm a millionaire? No,
I'm looking at it like
y'all
that's
taking
what-
it
You be
very
like-
out of
Yeah, I feel like it's
context.
going
Like
on.
y'all,
Huh?
food. Like
It's
the
going on
idea's
right
here and y'all over it.
What
Because
you-
it's as simple as like if I were, let's say you calling me something that I don't want you to call me. Like
I
even when
want
you
you to
teach,
call me short.
even when you're teaching your kids, right? And they calling somebody a bad name and you're like, don't call, like the person's like, don't call me that, right? What your kid gonna be? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna call you that. It's just out of simple respect. That's just what you don't want to be called. That's what it is.
But we have
That's
to
what
face
we're
reality.
That's what we're
What
applying
about
to this.
reality though?
That is reality. That is reality.
What? Is that a man?
If I call you a name that you don't want to be called, and you tell me don't call me that, and I'm still calling you that, it's just simple respect.
No, it's not that. You want me to actually believe that.
That's not what they're saying. You have to believe that. It's just simple.
They are saying that.
You don't have to.
They are saying that.
It's just simply taking it into accountability and be like, hey, I
Being
want to
considerate.
That's it.
There's one thing about consideration, but no, they are wanting you to really think that they're woman.
You don't have
Like,
to believe it. You just
you-
if
no,
somebody just say, hey,
they want you to
They want you to believe
if
it, they
somebody,
want
if
you
I
to
tell you call me a man, you just do it just to call it a day and we move on one by the
No,
way.
that's
Why do
not
you
how it
want to argue about it?
Because they're asking for the same rights. That's the
That's
problem.
not the
it.
truth.
The
They
problem
want
is
you to
they're
actually
asking for
say
the
that
same rights,
they
and
are.
it's
It's not the same. You want to compete in a woman's race, but your genetic makeup is a man, and you're gonna beat me because your medical.
They-
Again, y'all talking about transgender at this point because that's the only part you're
I'm
talking
saying-
about. I'm talking about in general. It's just simple respect.
I'm not talking
If
general.
I'm
I'm
asking you
saying
to call me something,
specifically. I'm saying specifically. They want everybody to believe that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man, and that's not true. And sorry, you guys have been. It seems like you guys have been brought along to really believe that that is actually possible.
that's not what I'm saying. We just said that's not possible. It's just simply just acknowledge and be like, okay.
And I
cool, whatever.
acknowledge it.
What is the point of going back and forth about it?
But no, my point is that
You like
you
Valentine's
actually.
Day?
If I tell you I'm purple, you might as well just, okay, I'm purple, call it a day. Why are we arguing about it?
Because why
And
should I
it's
be
fine.
forced
If
to
that's
lie?
what's,
Why should I be forced to lie?
how is that lying?
Because
That's
you're
just
not
a simple
purple.
respect.
You're
Oh my
You're not
God.
purple.
That's facts, though.
I'm not gonna make my kids feel
I'm
like
not
they have to
16.
change what they know. Like you're looking at this teacher and he's a man and he's mad because my daughter is confused. This is what I'm saying as kids. You want us to go against what we're literally looking at in what I'm seeing. And as a child, that's hard for them to do. She said, Mommy, I kept trying, but she's getting confused. I had to take a test. I'm working at Planned Parenthood and I couldn't pass the goddamn test. The doctor want to be called this and I'm typing in what I think is wrong, giving it right, and it's still wrong. Because it's a lot to try to process when you've been taught that this is that. I'm a she. I got titties, I got a vagina, I can reproduce.
You get told that?
I'm a she. My daughter's looking at you, you look like a man, but your nails is painted, you got this colorful wig on, you want her to identify you as something else, but she can't look past what you're presenting yourself. So I respect you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You want to be called a giraffe, giraffe, go ahead. But about me
Don't
trying
force
to
me
force
to
my
lie.
kids to program their brain, I'm not going to do that. When the time is right, they will learn and be able to process it and understand it. But right now, at this age, they're not at that age of understanding yet. So I get it. You guys are forcing it on our children so young, and their brains aren't equipped to process that yet. That's all I'm saying. But I'll teach them at home. You know, I let her know because she really couldn't understand why she was getting in trouble. So no, I feel what you guys are saying and I support it. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. You want to cut your dick off, have a vagina, go ahead and do
that.
it. Implant some titties, do that. But I'm not going to force my children to come accustomed to something that they can't
You
comprehend.
know what? I've had a change of heart. I want you guys to respect me and say that I'm 6 feet tall.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Like,
I
just
see
say it.
You are so tall,
He's a
JB.
giant.
Your head
You
hit.
are a
You
giant.
hit your head when you got the guy. Damn.
You got a
okay.
duck.
Hey, you guys know, I got a million, right?
I see you.
Okay.
That's exactly why you're here.
I have some bad news. Like, this has been part 2. We didn't have the same cast of characters. I'd actually
Characters.
the cast
You
of
locked in
people.
that.
Oh my gosh! I wanted to talk about how
Character,
sensitive this world is too. But
That's another topic.
we do have to end this. I'd love to do it again with the same people. Naomi next time will be able to chime in. She's focused.
I am focused.
That's what's up.
And I don't
So
think that.
anyways, so
Oh, wow.
I'm just playing. That was
Stiff arm. Was that a stiff arm? Or was that like the talk to the hand?
The single ladies hand.
Maybe I don't want to say
ladies.
You know, JB is really a big softie in real life. He
I
just
am.
acting for the cameras. He not like this.
He's cool. When I met him, I came to get my hair done. And yeah, it was a vibe up in here.
It's a facade. It's the social media.
Well, I want you guys to know, as a man, I cry.
JB,
I'm so sick of that.
You cry all the time, I just sometimes.
the as a man took me out.
Bad news. Well, it's not bad news. We ain't gonna get into it. Anyway, a whole lot of things I'm trying to get into. But we wrapping it up. I do want to appreciate you. I want to say thank you guys for coming and everything like that. And raise your hand if you're down to come pretty soon again.
That was me.
We're gonna do it again.
Raise your hand if you're down to support my photo shoot coming up February 9th.
I don't even got an Insta, but I might make one.
I love it here. I love it.
All models. I think we have several beautiful ladies that you might be able to talk to right here. Thank you everybody that's come and checked us out. We're gonna get at you next time.
All I'm saying, something's coming, it's a plan. It's a plan. It's a plan. It's a plan. It's a plan.